Good afternoon, this is Nicholas from Gandor Gaming, and this is my Goblin Rider Gold Pride Punk Deck Profile 2024 pre-Phantom Nightmare. Now, this is not my final list. I am still tinkering with the ratios, testing out some of the new Gold Pride cards and new Goblin Rider cards, even though the Goblin Rider cards are really ass, and to be honest, even the Gold Pride new cards weren't that great. But I'm still testing them out to see how they're going to boost up the deck. I definitely think the Goblin Riders Phantom Nightmare will push Gold Pride Punk up a tier. I think a lot of people are still going to be sleeping on the deck just because it's a deck that pays life points and loses to Droll and Lockbird. So no one wants to test it out, even though I think the deck's insane. I think the deck is just going to get really more power pushed as the set actually comes out and people start tinkering with it. But until then, this is what I've come up with. It's a 42 card list, 15 extra deck. I'm still working out the ratios, still testing out some tech cards, so like rank 3 spam cards that are just extenders, allow you to easily turbo out into a Gossip Shadow or turbo out into the Goblin Rider XYZ in order to flow full combo. Because any 2 level 3s is 3 XYZs, which is pretty insane. So let's actually discuss this. So the punk ratios have stayed the same. I cut down on some of the gold pride ratios. I cut down on one the continuous spell, and I also cut down 1 carry and 1 trap card. I felt like playing 5 traps is a little too much, but at the same time, I still want to play a lot of the different trap cards. The deck each archetype has its own trap, and I felt like I should at least include one of each, so that's what I did. The deck's pretty good. It has good room for hand traps. I wanted to make sure I could still fit at least 7. 3 Ghost Ogre, oh my bad, 3 Ash, 3 Veiler, and of course the 1 Ghost Ogre. People could say you could side in Droll and Nibiru and things like that. I completely agree. My current build, I have a slot for, I think, 10 hand traps. I think I play 3 Veiler, 3 Droll, 3 Ash, and 1 Ghost Ogre, but with the addition of the new Goblin Rider cards, I feel like you can't play 10 hand traps in a deck anymore, so we had to slim it down to 7. Personally, I think this deck's insane. I think the combos that the Goblin Riders unleash is pretty incredible. It helps you play through cards like Nibiru very easy, because you can go through your puck line, get nibbed, and be like, cool, any 2 level 3s equals 3 rank 3s, because Goblin Rider XYZ searches out basically 2 level 3 extenders that equal into 2 other XYZs, which is pretty insane. I would love to show you a combo of it, but Dueling Nexus is actually bugging out at the moment. For some reason, Doug the Assaulter, when you summon him, does not search the spell card. I've been playing it all week, and for some reason, it's now glitching out ever since they updated it, that when you would summon him, it just doesn't search the spell card. It searches out the other one and summons it, which is really stupid because it kind of stops a lot of your plays if you can't get that search off, especially if your opponent is not even interacting with you. It's just the game console itself preventing you from doing it. So until then, until Dueling Nexus or another platform has it all fixed, I don't have any like duels to show you, sadly, but this is just my current list. I think the ratios are solid. I'm testing out the new Gold Pride Synchro Monster. I know it ain't the greatest. I know it says, oh, when it, on your opponent's turn, and when they spell something up to 1 or 2 extra deck monsters, it blows it up. And it targets, no less. But it's still interesting. It's still decent. Ultimately, I think it's a cool tech card. It gives us a synchro we can go into our opponent's turn at an 8. So I think it's a cool 1-of slot in the deck. You probably can't take it out and put it on a Crimson Blader or something like that, like a tech option card. But I kind of like it. Maybe you put on the new XYZ Zeus guy, the anti-Zeus dude. Maybe you put him in here. Consider playing him as well, but I felt like every time anybody makes that card, they're losing the duel. I've never seen anyone summon Anti-Zeus and win the duel, because usually they summon Anti-Zeus as like a last-ditch effort, and then they get their ass clapped the next turn, because they just like, okay, that's all you had left, cool, let me just kill you now. So honestly, I don't think the card's that great. just because it's usually like the last ditch effort. It's your last thing you can do. It kind of just sucks, but what can you do? Ultimately, this is the list. Tell me in the comments what you think. Hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. And hopefully, once Dueling Nexus is figured out its bugs, I can show you some really cool duels. And that's all I got. Hope you all enjoy. Don't do anything stupid. And see you on the next one. Bye-bye.